Hello, ball bags. Welcome to yet another frame of Me1 versus Me2 Snooker continuing match in which I try to determine who is best, Me1, the normal man, or Me2, the less normal man. He's not so normal. He's a bit of a character, unlike normal one who's not a character, he's normal. So getting a lot of news coming in about the York City scores. People very excited on my phone about it. Look at that, it's going nuts. Might just take that off, then it'll stop doing that. So here we are at the arena. I've forgotten how this works. It's been a week since I've done it. It's been a thrilling contest so far. Last week, of course, Me1 thrashed Me2. Came back in an incredible fashion, won by 46 clear points to make the score 61 to Me1, 67 to Me2. A 6-point gap. Really, I think if Me1 had lost last week, that would have been the end of the contest, really, in any meaningful way. Welcome, everybody. It's a very, I should say, of course, for the Darini Konitapulu Lagaki's family got in touch to say they felt that I was taking the mickey and they did not want the arena. Although they love self-playing snooker, they were so appalled, and they tuned in every week. They were so appalled by my behaviour that they don't want the arena named after them. So I'm delighted to tell you. I mean, I'm not delighted because obviously they've died. But given that they have died, and do brace yourself for this, I assume Andy McCake has put this one in already, knowing full well which one I'm going to choose. The untimely death at just 79 years of age of the Taiwanese actor, film director, producer, screenwriter, Jimmy Wang Yu. Just, there's nothing funny about it. The man is dead. Jimmy Wang Yu. And Andy McCake saying easy. Someone came in, not Jimmy Wang Yu, before I'd even said it. So, that was good work in the chat room. Wang Yu, you know him from the One-Armed Swordsman, that famous film. We all know what that's about. The Chinese boxer. We all know what that film is about. He's also in, what else has he been? Golden Swallow. We all know what that film's about. He was a good actor, old Jimmy Wang Yu. And the joke's on you if you're laughing at him, because it sounds a bit like Wang. Thank you, if that's why you think it's funny. His actual name is Wang Zhen Huan. So your jokes don't work. So have a bit of respect. He's on Wikipedia. He's waving his hat in the air. 1970, happy as Larry. Just 52 short years later, in the ground. That's how it works, folks. Enjoy your life while you're still here. Death can take any of us at any moment. The arena could be named after you next week. That is the facts. Look, before we crack on, I want to get straight into what's rapidly becoming the most popular part of the show, and I think a lot of people tune. There's 77 people watching now, and I think they're here just for this. Football scores latest at 8:03. Quarterfinals of the Champions League, Benfica 20, Liverpool 0. It's going to be very hard for Liverpool to come back from that very early in the match as well. I can't see them coming back, so that's Liverpool out of the Champions League. Oh, sorry, it's suddenly gone to 0-0. 20 goals must have gone to VAR, and there's 20 goals disallowed. Manchester City 0, Atletico Madrid 0 after 1 minute of play. To the Championship, not quite as exciting. Millwall 0, Swansea City 0, Peterborough 0, Luton Town 0. I hate Luton Town. I hope they lose. Third in the division at the moment. Very angry about it. Preston North End 0, Blackpool 0. Sheffield United 1. They scored a goal against Queen's Park Rangers. A very good team, QPR. It used to be my local team. Used to be able to hear the match from my attic. If I was still there, we'd be live streaming that every Saturday afternoon, I could tell you. Reading 0, Stoke City 0. This is still the only place you can get the 8:03 to 8:07 scores of the football matches on a Tuesday evening. So do stick your dial here. Not good news for York fans, I'm afraid. Let's hope it's by the time I've got down that far. Hopefully things will be looking brighter. Wimbledon 0, Charlton 0. This is League One now. Cambridge United 0. Nickham Wanderers have nicked one in. One of the players kicked it. Another player just nodded it in to make a score of 1-0 to Wycombe Wanderers. Fleetwood Town 0, Lincoln City 0, Milton Keynes Dons 0, Crewe Alexandra 0. It's all happening in Morecambe versus Oxford United. Goals have been flying in at either end, and it's 1-1. One of the guys kicked it, another guy kicked it, and then the goalkeeper tried to save it and didn't save it, and then the same thing happened at the other end. Wigan Athletic 0, Accrington and Stanley 0, Bolton Wanderers 0, Portsmouth 0. That's after 1 minute of play. Expect better of Portsmouth, really. They used to be in the Premiership. League 2, Forest Green Rovers, top of the league, I believe, 1-0 up against Mansfield Town. It's looking like a walkover for Forest Green Rovers there. Salford City 0, Port Vale 0. Getting down to the more important divisions now, the national divisions, National League. Until it's important, it's got national in the title. Dagenham Redbridge 0, Boreham Wood 0, FC Halifax Town, my brother's team 0, Solihull Moors, which we're ostensibly Stuart Lee's team 0, Kings Lynn Town 0, Bromley 0, Wealdstone 0, Maidenhead 0, but Wrexham flying high into the final of the FA Trophy, unlike York City, who were beaten by one of their fucking teams. Bromley, was it? I don't remember. Beating Barnet 1-0. So Wrexham, very good team, sponsored by, owned by some Hollywood stars, of course. Into the most important league, National League North, because North is higher than South, and it's got national in the title. Not looking good for York City, is what I'm saying. Hoping it'll look better by the time we get to their result. The 12 minutes result. It's Chorley 0, Boston 0, Curzon Ashton 0, Brackley Town 0, Farsley Celtic popped in a goal in the first minute. Guiseley 0. One of the Farsley guys got the ball, he kicked it to one of his mates, and that guy just walloped it, and it went into the goal. It was incredible. I can't show you the footage, but I'm watching all the footage of all these matches as we go, and I'll try and explain the jokes as we go. Unfortunate result, Kettering Town, not result, but late score, Kettering Town 2, York City 0. Very crucial for the playoffs here. York City need to get back to their winning ways. Lost a couple of games in the last 3 after having a long unbeaten run. Kettering Town, if they could be seen off today, York City would probably cement their positions in the playoffs. Chance to promote to the National League, the inferior National League. Kidderminster Harriers 0, Alverton Town 0, Spennymoor Town 0, Bradford Park Avenue 0. Into the National League South, just one game today. It's Hampton and Richmond playing the Tonbridge Angels, which is a team of high school girls. Is 0-0. From Tonbridge. Lowland League, East Kilbride 0, Berwick Rangers 0, Vale of Leithen 0, Caledonian Braves 0. In the Kynroo Premier, there's been some action. Ballatown have not scored a goal in the first 2 minutes, but the New Saints have. They've got a goal. They've knocked it in. The old New Saints. They're like the All Saints, but they're the New Saints, and they've formed a football team. They've only got 4 people in it, so it's pretty amazing. Barrytown 0, Cardiff MU 0, Kiffin Druids 0, Connors Kai Nomads 0. I mean, that's just people. Those are people from the past playing there. That's incredible. Incredible they've managed to conjure up mythical figures from the past to play football. They would have had to explain the rules to them and everything, but unsurprisingly 0-0, I guess. Flint Town United 0, Carnarvon Town 0, Haverford West County 0, Aberystwyth Town 0. That's not fair, a county playing a town, is it? It should be the same size of place. And Pennybont 0, Newton 0. Over to the Irish Premiership, where Portadown and Cliftonville honours are even at 0-0 at the moment. No, there's a guy tried to kick it in the goal, but the goalkeeper jumped up and used his hand to, I don't know if that's allowed, pushed it away, and the guy did the shot went, and the other people on the goalkeeper went, yeah, and the small crowd there. The ones who liked the team that were shooting were disappointed, and they cheered as it was happening. Irish Premier Division, Sligo Rangers 19, Bohemians 45. That is an incredible latest score there. That match started at 7:45, I believe. So it's incredible that it's already up that in half an hour. And in the Australian A-League, G'day Cobbers. If you're watching, I know a lot of Australians tune in just for the Australian results, which I don't agree with. 5-0 to Central Coast Mariners playing Wellington Phoenix, but I think Wellington Phoenix have got a TV show about vampires or something, haven't they? So, they're not really concentrating on the football. That's the latest scores. Hopefully York City will pick up as the evening goes on and not let any more. If I was a manager, I'd say don't let them score any more goals. You try and knock a few in yourselves, guys. That would be my advice. Before there's a lot to get through before we crack on with the snooker these days, isn't there? That's the 8:03 football scores. Taking 7 minutes to get through those, but some expert analysis there. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's listen to who's coming now. Oh, it is me, Sibyl. I see everything. Yes, I fucking got last week's score. Well, you didn't get the score. You got the winner. That's good enough. What? Woohoo! I'm the fucking best at predicting stuff. Well, you got like 5 wrong and 1 right. Did I? Oh, I fucking rule. I'm the king of the world. You're not the king of the world. Don't confuse people. 106 people tuning in. I predict it'll be 109 in a minute. Wow, that's incredible because it says 106 on my screen. Yeah, I think you're pretty. Boris Johnson would still be Prime Minister. Yes. That the war in Ukraine will still be going. Yes. I think those are your predictions. So well done. You've done very well. Who do you think will win today? The winner of today's contest, look at the camera, will be Me2, the second me, the very, very strong threes. He will win by 13 points exactly. What I have said, let no man put asunder. For I am he who must be correct. You are he? Yes, I have no gender. I'm gender fluid. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't think you do have any gender. You don't have any legs, so you stop at the. I might have a cock underneath here. You don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Don't want to look. Oh, you know that I know everything. Don't look at me. Don't look at me in the eye. So good. Look, there's some exciting snooker to get going with here, and I don't want to waste your time with a load of rubbish before that comes up. So let's dissect last week's results. Let's talk to Me2 first of all. I don't know what I can't remember what he said. It was a devastating result for Me2. Can he bounce back from that? Let's see. York City lost an FA Trophy semi-final. It seems to have affected their confidence. Will be the same be true of Me2? Let's head over into him now. No, fuck you, Richard. I am here. I'm going to win. As Sibyl has said, I'll win by 13 points. She's on a 1-week roll of getting stuff right, and I think she'll get it right again. Thanks to Snapper Ben's just subscribed with Prime for 10 months. Yeah, look, I don't know what happened last week. I can't remember. I wasn't really paying much attention. But this week I am paying attention. I'm breaking off and letting off. No, breaking off. Please take this seriously. And I'm going to just clear the table from there. So my fans, the kids in hospital, the cool people who like someone who's a bit more of a rebel, a bit more left-wing, accepting sometimes quite libertarian and sort of ultra right-wing. There seems to be no consistency over the 10 or so years we've been doing this. I won't let you down this time. I'm going to try really hard. Well, there we've had it from the horse's mouth. Me2 is going to win. Two of the 3 people involved in this have said that so far. What will the other one say? Me1 is just sitting down now. Richard, it's me, Me1. I'm the best at playing snooker. Well, you're not because you're set 6 frames down. I'll get that today. After today, it'll only be 5 frames, Richard, and that is why I am good. Is this worth doing this pre-match interview? It's the same every week, and there's nothing really. Richard, I don't like the football scores being on. I don't think you've sold out to big football. The snooker is good enough on its own. You don't need to put in fly-in oracles and the football scores. And if you're going to do football scores, you've got to do them at least half time or full, and then come back at full time and tell us the results. No, that's what makes my service unique. Is it's the 8:03 results and however long it takes me to get through, and then that's all you get to hear about the football. I might mention York City later just because I'm more interested in that. Well, I don't think it's right. It's put me off my game, but I will win today for my fan. For my wife, my beautiful wife. Keep her name out of your fucking mouth. I wasn't going to say it. Keep her name out of your fucking mouth. She's my wife as well, so I can put all of her in my mouth if I want. I'd like to see you try. Well, I'm not can't do it all at once, but I can do it bit by bit. Well, I'd like to see you try. We did this last week. Can't go back. It was funny last week because it was nearly topical. It was 2 days later, but you can't do it 9 days later and carry on doing it. A lot of people do. No, we've got to move on. It's Louis C.K. now. You've got to do him. No, I don't want to do that. Well, you should do. It's ridiculous. Shut up. Why is Will Smith in trouble and Louis C.K.'s winning an award? Well, they both won awards. All right, let's not get bogged down. You think you can win Me1? Seriously, I seriously do. Did you see how much I won by last week? Let's do it. Let's let our snooker do the talking. That's not even your catchphrase. I don't care. All right. Well, let's let the snooker do the talking. That's my catchphrase. Where did you come from, Me2? I just pushed Me1 out of the way to say that's my catchphrase. We're going to let the snooker do the talking. Good. Well, get back. You've had your turn. I know, but I was so angry when I heard two people doing my... Get your catchphrase out of your... My catchphrase out of your fucking mouth. You've got to do it right the first time or it doesn't work. Okay. It must be confusing for people listening to the podcast version of this. Isn't it always? Yes. I think we can tell the difference between the characters. They know who's talking right now. Do they? Yeah, they know which one of me it is. Do they? They do. I think you're right. Okay, let's go over to Commentator 1, Commentator 2 in the Jimmy Wangu. I'd like to thank you, Jimmy Wangu. I'd like to thank you for all the films you did, like the One-Armed Swordsman and the Golden Shower one as well. That was a good one too, and I like the Boxing Chinaman. God in heaven. God in heaven, I've got to save Richard Herring from his own racism there. What happened there? The Chinese boxer, I think, was what he was aiming for, but I'd like to apologise. He will be replaced. I'd like to instantaneously apologise for that awful behaviour. Me2 is coming up to the hockey. I should say both players are playing commando today. You might get to see a little glimpse of something or other. Me2, he's potted 3 balls. Absolutely incredible. Unfortunately, one of them was the cue ball. Me1 only gets 4 points for that. Incredible shot. If only the cue ball hadn't gone down as well, I think we'd have seen one of the most amazing starts to Me1 versus Me2 snooker. Me1 running on a high from last week, fails to pot. Me2, can he pot 2 balls this time? No, he can't pot any this time unless the cue ball's going in. No, it's not. Me1, here he comes. Oh, he's coming off the cushion. Oh, bold charge attempt there, but he fails. Me2. Oh, bold attempt, but he fails. Nothing's going down. Me1. Me1 is at the hockey, and he pots that without even really looking. He knew what he wanted. He just visualised it. It happened. Hasn't done the same with the black for some reason. Just hit that much too straight. But still, it's Me1 with 5 points on the old board. Me2 with fuck all. Me2 attempts a double. It messes it up. Doesn't go in. Me1. He's potted again. Can he get this blue past the green and between the red into the pocket? No. Oh. So many things happened there. You really would have to have been here if you're listening. Can't explain it, but I thought the blue might even go in eventually, or the white, or the red. Me2. Can he get a bona fide colour ball in? He's done it. He's got it. He's potted. It's counted. It's 1 point on the board. Can he get this pink in? No, he's hit it much too hard. Sorry, been drinking ginger beer. Me1. Oh, good attempt. The ball's flying around like we're in a testicular cancer operating theatre. Me2, he's back. That was a beautiful bit of backspin on that, so he can pick up this pink finally. Oh, Me2, you clod. Me2 plays very badly. Goes in off on the pink, doubles Me1 score. Calculating, Me1 12, Me2 2, Me2 really struggling, and Me1 has a chance for at least a 2-ball break hit, but he's missed the red. Unbelievable. The blue was just a give me, And Me2. Oh, he nearly pots the blue and not the red. Me1, he's playing terribly. Me1, is there trouble at home? Me1 plays well, pots the red. He's on the brown. He's played well. Oh, it just dances on the lip of the pocket like my cock dancing on the lips of Me1's wife. Lucky he can't hear me. Oh, this is fantastic play. A 3-ball break. It could easily be 4 here. Oh, he's hit it 2. Finally, just this break of 6 for Me1. Calculating, Me1 18, Me2 2. May have snookered. Me2 here though. Me2 pulls his tracky bottoms up. Me2, there's not much he can do here. Oh, he managed to hit it. Me2. Me1. Tries a double, fails. Me1. Ooh. Oh, it's the shot of the match. How did that go in? Beautiful double all the way down the table. Oh, Me1 hit that green a little hard. He's up to 19 points. It's 19 plays 2. There's only 1 red left on the board. Me2 hasn't done well, but that's what I'm talking about. That is what I am talking about. That is Me2 at his best. That is Me2 not at his best. Again, misses the pink, doesn't go in off this time. He's up to 3. He's potted 5 reds of the 10 reds, and yet he's only got 3 points. Me1. Oh, that was the shot of the match. Not only a brilliant shot, fantastic positioning from me. Oh, Me1. Oh, I thought he'd play badly, but I think he was going for the snooker rather than potting the green, which is sensible because a foul is worth more than a green. Me2. Me2 hits the green. It wasn't a full snooker. Me1. Oh, plays it softly. Softly, like a lover caressing his wife. Me2 misses. Oh, but he's got a peach of a snooker. Me1 could be in trouble here. But he isn't. Oh, he isn't, but he is. Me1 makes his first mistake of the evening. Coming out of a snooker, hits the green that he's aiming for, but goes in off. And Me2 has 7 points on the board. And suddenly, is this his chance? Me2. Oh, no, it's not. He's just managed to pop the black. Incredible sequence of events that led to that. That pot there, the black, was worth as many points as he scored. Me1, 21 points ahead. It's looking difficult to see how Me2 is going to win this by 13. Actually, now Me1's potted the green. Oh, Me1! An audacious attempt to pot the brown. Pots it, but also goes in off. It was audacious. It was a beautiful pot. I think he could afford to take that chance. He knew it was a chance, but he gets 3. Me2 gets 4. And this is such a ridiculous sport that Me2, if he pots all 4 of these balls, will win. If he can do that now without making an error. He's potted the brown. He's potted the blue. He's on the pink. Oh, it was going to be a fairy tale for Me2. He gets 9 points. Takes him to 20. 31 plays 20. 13 on the board. He should have got that pink. Me1 couldn't really do much with that pink. The cue ball was very close. Me2, can he do this? He's potted the pink. It's almost like he was waiting. It was a beautiful pot. Certainly his shot of the frame. And he's trying to double the black. Oh, what a bold shot. What a bold shot from the very strong breeze legend. Me1 has a good chance of getting this black. He's missed it. Me2 could win it with... I can't believe this is a possibility. Me2 has played badly. He just needs to nip this into the centre pocket. It's fallen in, and Me2, against all odds, has won this contest. Not by 13 points, but by 2 points. But the scoreboard's on 13. That must be what it's on 33, but it's on the 13. That must be what Sibyl meant. You would not believe that was possible. A very low scoring frame. It's 61-68. Me2 wins by 2 points, having potted all the last 4 balls after, I mean, just unbelievable. I don't think we've seen anything like this on a snooker board. If Me2 can come back, what does that say about York City? What chance do they have against Kettering? So what chance does Richard Herring have against James Acaster in a competition of stand-up? That is what we're asking there. Back to you, Richard. I can't believe what sport we've seen tonight. I don't know why anyone's doing the football scores when stuff like this is happening. I see your hand hanging down there, Rich, off your chair. Back to you. Well, thank you, Commentator 1. We didn't hear from Commentator 2 today. I don't know if he was even there. In the Wang Yu, the Jimmy Wang Yu arena. May he rest in peace. What a night of sport we've had. What an incredible night of sport. How was that possible? Let's talk to Me1 straight away to find out how it's possible. Me1, how is that possible? I don't understand how it's possible. I don't understand why snooker is so unfairly scored. Why make the last balls worth so much more? I played the best all the way through until the last 4 balls, and he just pots the last 4 balls and wins. This game is fucked up. It's a wanker's sport, and I don't even want to win it. I would be embarrassed if I was 7 frames ahead because it's such a stupid game. Well, taking it very well there, Me1. You can see. Could have been 5 frames behind, but he's now 7 frames behind, and not looking good for his chances in this competition. He's going to have to live a long time if he's going to come back. Me2, how do you feel? Richard, I'm as confused as anyone. It seems to me wrong also that you can be that far behind and then just hit 4 balls in a row and win. I didn't even hit them all in one break, which I should have done, which would have been impressive, and that would have been a better story. I'll take the win. I'll take the point. It's for you kids that are the cool kids. It's for the kids who are not well. Some of whom are also cool. Some of them really aren't cool. Some of the really unwell ones are just, I wouldn't want to be seen out on the town with them or anything. Just because it'd be weird. I'm a grown man. Don't want to be hanging, not because they're ill, but like some of them, it's because they're ill. I'm there for you guys, and I'm sorry. I'm spouting nonsense because I can't believe what's happened. Well, I think we should talk to Sibyl, who predicted this whole thing all the way through, even to the score being on 13 at the end, exactly like she said. How do you feel? Oh, 2 in a row, Richard. You doubted me, didn't you? I didn't doubt you. Commentator 1 doubted you. That you must never doubt Sibyl. She is always right. What about the 6 times? No, I was right then as well if you look back at the tape. Oh. You got any more predictions for the coming week? I think Chris Rock will be stacked in the face by Will Smith. Yeah, if you'd got that, no good saying afterwards. Time will go backwards and start reversing. So I will be through the night. It doesn't even true because it's 9 days ago. So in a week's time, it'll just have happened. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, kids. I'm just going to check the York City score so far, just to let us know. I'm sure the chat room would be alive with the news if anything had happened. Liverpool are 1-0 up. That's my big news. I don't really like to give updates. Milton Keynes Dons, they've kicked in 2 goals. I think both of them kicked in. Kettering Town still 2-0 up against plucky York City. They can turn it around, just like me. If we've learned anything tonight, it's the power of the turnaround. Anything can happen. It's a turnaround and jump start. It's every generation throws a hero at the pop charts. Medicine is magical and magical is art. Think of the boy in the bubble and the baby with the baboon for a heart. The baboon's heart. No, he doesn't have a baboon for it. That'd be quite good if he had a baboon for his heart. So they'd just take it out his heart and put in a baboon. And not just the baboon's heart, the whole baboon, a living baboon jumping around going, what's going on? Where am I? Ah! Still got a heart. It would still work. It would just be more fun. All right, do tune in to Ruhalastupper tomorrow with Sure Love Motorcycling Around, Charlie Borman, who we met for the first time. The universe, spoiler, did survive. Book club that Quarantined Marsh has just said that they really love. We're back with an old interview with Al Murray that I did in 2020, but you may not have heard. From me and all the me's, tune in next week because, man alive, what snooker we saw tonight. What snooker. All right, take care, boys. Take care. See you out there from me and all the me's. Go and raid the Gara show. Bye-bye.